everyone, and welcome back to the Super Shed for some more stories. It's great that you could join me. I hope you've all been keeping well and looking after your families. What's that I see? Lovely, clean, sparkly hands. You have remembered to keep washing them. Well done. That's the best way of staying safe. Washing your hands. Excellent job. Now, I wonder, what could our story be today? Dun dun dun! Our story today is The Princess and the Pea. Prince Donald wanted to marry a princess. He went from kingdom to kingdom to find himself one. But there was something wrong with each princess that he met. You see, Prince Donald only wanted to marry a real princess. Too mean, Prince Donald said about one princess. Someone that mean couldn't possibly be a real princess, Donald thought. Too nice, he said about another. A princess needed to be independent and true to herself. Donald met princesses who were too loud, and he also met princesses that were too quiet. He met a princess so poor she only had one patched dress. He met a princess so rich that she bathed in diamonds. None of them would do, so none of them was a real princess. Finally, after years of searching, Prince Donald was fed up. He packed his bags and he returned home. At this rate, he said with a sigh, I'll never find a real princess. Some time passed and Prince Donald had nearly given up hope. But one night there was, dun dun dun, a terrible storm. Lightning flashed in the dark corners of Donald's grand castle. Thunder rattled the fine china plates in the pantry. Rain poured at the windows, and Donald was glad to be inside. As Donald lay by his warm fireplace, he heard a frightful knocking at the door. Who could be out in a storm like this? He was almost too scared to find out. Donald crept towards the huge castle door. "Whoa, who's there?" he called nervously. "Please let me in," a voice answered. It was a beautiful voice, the voice of a lady. It might even be the voice of a real princess. Donald's heart leaped. Could this be the real princess that he'd been seeking? In a flash, Prince Donald opened the castle door. A sad sight greeted him. The girl who stood there was soaked with rain. Her hair was a complete mess. Her dress was torn and muddy, and she was missing a shoe. "Who are you?" Prince Donald asked. "My name is Princess Daisy," the young lady said. "You don't look like a princess," Donald replied. "Oh, well, I am. In fact, I'm a real princess." Donald didn't think that was likely. But he himself was a real prince, and being a real prince meant being polite. So instead of laughing at Daisy, he invited her in. Clapping his hands loudly 3 times, Donald called his nephews to order. "This young lady, Princess Daisy," interrupted him. "This princess was caught in a storm," Donald finished. "Hughie, fetch her dry clothes. Dewey, make her a cup of tea. Louis, run her a hot bath." While everyone was busy, Donald slipped away. He snuck into the guest room and he placed a single pea in the bed. Then he stacked 10 mattresses on top of the pea, and after that he tossed 10 feather beds on top of the mattresses just in case. Donald knew that only a real princess would be sensitive enough to feel a tiny little pea through all of that. After Daisy had drunk her tea, had a bath and changed into a dry nightgown, Donald led her to the guest room. "Oh, wonderful," Daisy said. "This bed looks as though it'll be very soft." And with that, she climbed up the ladder, lay down, and she closed her eyes. In the morning, Donald was eating his breakfast when Daisy appeared. "Good morning. How did you sleep?" he asked, especially curious. "Well," Daisy said, rubbing her eyes, "I don't mean to complain, but the truth is, I did not sleep well at all. That lovely tall bed has an awful lump in it. I was so very uncomfortable that I didn't sleep a wink all night." That was the moment Prince Donald knew he had found his real princess, although the truth was she had found him. Prince Donald and Princess Daisy were married right away, and they lived happily ever after. And to this day, you can still see the pea in the Royal Museum. I hope you enjoyed our story today. So remember, send in all your superhero competition entries into supershedstories@gmail.com. I can't wait to see all your wonderful superheroes. Our competition closes on the 26th of June. And don't forget to give a small donation to all the heroes in Crumlin Children's Hospital. More stories soon. Bye.